Hi guys, welcome back to episode 16 of Let's Play World Adventures. Kevin is ready to actually go ahead and continue on with this tomb. We just unlocked the door and now we're going to go ahead and have him take the stairs and get on through. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little concerned. I never get this actual adventure this early in the game. Normally this is one of the, I guess you'd say the later adventures that come. But he is at a level 10 martial arts, he is a level 10 athletic, he has sparred a little, so maybe he'll do okay. I'm not quite sure. While he's actually clearing that boulder, or that rubble pile, I'm just going to look around. Okay, obviously we can do something here. There's nothing here on the floor. Okay. Alright, now that he's cleared it, what have we got? Okay, just something to collect. Alright, let's go over here and let's just go ahead and pull it. It seems to me like we're going to pull it right there on that empty spot. If that's the case, we can get around this a little easier. Sometimes you pull it out and it's going to do something different. Alright, let's just go ahead and pull this one. See, that's all it took. And I'm wondering why we didn't have to do anything here. Not quite sure. Oh, okay. Oh, I paused it. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, it did open the door, but you'll notice that there's some other locked doors. So we are going to actually have to push this thing as far as we can, and apparently we need to cover up all of those tiles. It has been a while since I've gone through this tomb, so this one is going to be quite interesting. Okay. He just found an Egyptian sarcophagus fragment. There's 5 different pieces. He's found one of them. And he'll find quite a few of them. Alright, Kevin, go ahead and take that up to the edge. You need to pull it one time. And then just push it. And that should unlock this series of doors. Alright, let's go ahead and open it up. Apparently there was still nothing else for us to look at back there. Of course, always look at these walls and doors. And again, you see the little symbols there on the floor in the different colors. Those are, of course, very reminiscent of the traps that we're going to see later on. Okay, now there's a door here to go through, but we need to move, apparently, this guy. Make sure there's nothing else. Alright, there is something to inspect. Alright. Let's go ahead and collect this. Make sure there's nothing else here. Doesn't look like there's any danger on the floor. This is where that boulder tool would come in really handy. It wouldn't take nearly as much time. But we'll go ahead and speed him up and let him get through it as quick as he can. Alright. Go ahead and look inside. Okay, all we found apparently were just some ancient coins. Okay, nothing else there to worry about. Obviously, the only thing we can do is just move this pushable tomb statue, because there was nothing else for us to touch, nothing else for us to pull. And of course now we have something else that we can look at. Alright, that opens our door and we can continue on. Okay. Again, I wish we had the tool, but these you can get through. It's just the big boulders that you can't do. And the little pickaxe, you don't have to worry about having it in your inventory. He automatically carries it with him, so when you come across something, it will automatically do it for you. Okay, apparently we probably have cleared enough rubble to become a rubble excavator, which now we can clear rubble 30% faster. Well, that's good. Alright. Let's go ahead and stand on this and see what it does in this room. We've got quite a few traps here. Alright, it disabled these. But still, when you look at these, you need to be very careful. Looking at the floor. I'm going to go ahead and send him over to this place. Alright, come on Kevin, you can move. And you'll notice real faint here on the floor, you actually see that there's a crescent keystone. So you definitely want to take that, because we're going to need it to get through some of these doors. I'm going to go ahead and have him attempt to cross this. If he can go across this, it will deactivate the actual trap. Alright, very good. And then of course we have this room here we can go through. Now we do have this little wall hole that we can inspect. And you're going to notice there's two more pushable statues and a couple of footprints. Alright, and what it did is it just deactivated the traps here in this room. So let's go ahead and stand on this one. And we'll go ahead and stand over here on this one and see what happens. Okay. There is another wall switch here. I don't know what it does actually, but we're going to try it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and push these. We've actually unlocked this door. We want to collect this. This is one of the actual relics that we've been looking for. It's the little figurines. I don't think there's anything else in here. I don't think we really had to do that. But, you know, we'll see. Okay. And of course, we didn't really need to worry about this one. We can go through the door, come back out the other side. And at this point, before we move on, I want to make sure that there's nothing else on the floor here to collect. Apparently not. Let's go ahead and insert the keystone. There were no other hidden rooms over here. Alright, he found a Zodiac Animal Relic, which is worth 2,731 simoleons. Alright. Go ahead and go through this door. Alright. Again, empty spaces, always a sign to be concerned. Go up against these walls to make sure. Yeah, he's a little hungry, so he's going to go ahead and eat. That's just fine. Look at the floor. But there's really nothing to be too worried about. We're going to use the stairs. There's actually two different ways you can go down. And here in this room, we need to pull this statue as far as we can back onto the floor switch. Alright, let's go ahead and take him up the stairs again and come down the other side. And pull that one far. And I don't think there was anything to really look at over here. Just while he's pulling, I'm going to make sure that there's no hidden rooms, no hidden doors. Alright, that actually deactivated the traps here down this hallway. Always look along the walls because you never know if there's a wall trap. But apparently not, so we'll go on through the door. Okay, whenever you get to one of these tombs where you come right up to a little sign, read it. It is very important, especially here. Okay, it says, trust the gaze of the statues, they look upon the path of righteousness. So, as long as we are actually following the way the statues are looking, we should be okay. And looking along this wall right here, you can tell that there is a door here. I want to make sure that there's not a trap that we're going to be stuck with. I'm going to go ahead and have him inspect this. It says it wants to find a hidden door. That's usually a good little hint. They give you the wish real quick. And normally whatever they're looking for is going to happen right afterwards. Alright, we'll go ahead and open this up. Okay, wow, another Zodiac character. That's great. Okay. Oh, we found the final relic in that collection. That's fantastic. Now, he is looking down this way, so you're going to have to guide. We're going to have to guide Kevin all the way down. And, oh, don't do what I think you're going to do. Okay, good. Make sure that he is following exactly the way the statues are looking, because otherwise he would have run right across those traps. Now, we don't really want him to do that. Okay, this one right here. Let's see if we can get him to head on over. Obviously, if we go down here, you can see how it's turning. We'll have traps to deal with. Let's go ahead and go straight across. And there went the trap as it's deactivated. This one's looking through here, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that he goes inside this little hallway. And then he can come down. Go here. And as you see, of course, once he hits the trigger, it is already taken care of. I haven't been looking along these walls, but I don't really know that there's anything that we're going to have to go through. Let me just double check. I hate to leave a room and have to come all the way back. Alright, Kevin, you actually need to turn. And let's see. The statue's facing that way. Let's go ahead and go here. Alright. And then we're going to go straight across. Go right in front of this one. This is not the only tomb that does this, but I think, at least maybe it is. I'm not sure. I just know that when you see these, you definitely follow it. Otherwise, you're going to go through every trap. Okay, looking along this wall, I don't see it changing anyway. Let's see if it's on this side. Yeah, it's right there. Let's go ahead and inspect. He is getting very, very tired, which is odd because I thought he had full energy, but I guess I'm wrong. Alright, so you go ahead and you inspect, see what you come up with, and then we'll try to find a place for you to sleep. Let's see what we got in here. Oh yes, we discovered a secret door. Okay. It would help if I tell him to open it. Come on. You can do it. Ugh. More things to clear. But he should be able to clear faster. So we'll go ahead and let him do that. And this room actually looks pretty safe, so we could actually have him sleep in this room if we wanted to. Alright, getting quite a little bit of lag. I'm not quite sure why. I just started the game up, so it could be that it just needed to warm up a little bit, but sometimes that happens. Alright, a couple of things to collect here. Okay, come on. Alright, just more coins. Alright, he is absolutely at his... He's getting ready to just absolutely crash on us. So what I'm going to do is have him sleep right here in the tomb. And then when we come back, he'll be ready to go. We'll get him started on the rest of the tour of the tomb. So I'll be right back. Okay, he's just gotten up and he is ready to go on. We need to go ahead and change his clothes. Thought he would do it automatically, but let's go ahead. Oh, I don't want everyday 2. No, everyday 1. And we're going to go ahead and go on through the door. Now to see what that did, all it did really is just deactivate the traps that we bypassed. Okay, straight ahead, he's got some coins to collect. Check the walls, make sure that there's nothing here. But of course, we do have something to read. The statues do not lie, their gaze does not stray from the path of light. So once again, follow where the statues are leading you. Alright, we're going to head on down this way to part of this one. Okay, head over here. There is something here. I can tell. I would assume. Let me just double check because I think we bypassed it. We might have missed it. Usually when you see a dark room like this, that means there's something behind it, but it could be something that we get to from underneath. So when you get one like that, there's no way to tell, you may come across it later. Okay, we're going to inspect this wall. Of course, the torches, sometimes the torches move depending on what type they are, but nothing in here. At least nothing I can tell. Alright, he wants to find a hidden door. No, we're not calling anybody right now. Okay, is it going to open? Yeah. Inside, there's really not anything here, but you're supposed to inspect the other door. If we were to go up this hallway, we would be stuck with nothing but traps. So that's why you need to come down this one. Alright, speed it up. Obviously another door. Then we'll send him in front of the statue. Alright, he's going to come on down here. Now there's just nothing but traps here in this room, but apparently all the statues are pointing to this wall. There's nothing on this one, but there is something here. And these statues are not pushable, so there's no reason to actually try to move them. Okay, we've opened up something new. Now, I would be very careful in this room. Looks like there's another statue plaque to read. Watch the floors wherever he goes. Oh, he got caught. Oh, okay. Very good, very good. So you have circumvented my traps and found a haven amongst death. Enjoy life while you have it, traveler. I wait below. Dong Huo. Okay. Let's go ahead and collect what is here. Now obviously we can't do anything with this one. This is a boulder that unfortunately we don't have the tool. We can always come back once we have it, but I usually don't. Usually I have the tool by now. Underneath it there might be something very valuable, but we can't do anything about it. I'm going to go ahead and have him inspect the wall at this end. And I don't believe there's anything else on this wall, so we're pretty good. I didn't even check the floor. Oh, good. We got lucky on that one. And while he's doing this, these stairs go up, and let me see if there's anything. We don't really have any clue what it's going to go up to. And we also don't know where this staircase goes underneath. I'm going to go ahead and go up the stairs, and then we'll come back down. Looking along these floors and these walls, things look okay. So I hope they're okay. There's nothing on that wall. Alright. Okay, here is just... This is probably the... I think this is the exit out. It's going to take us back, because remember, this is the area that we had come through before. So I think this just opens up an easy way out. Yeah, so this would actually take us out. I'm going to pause for a minute just to make sure. Yeah, this one would take us right back up to the front. So that's our exit. Alright, we're going to go on back down. This staircase has actually opened back up, and we can see a little bit more. We might as well go through it. That's where we're headed anyway. Okay, looking along these walls, I don't see anything. Look along the floor. I don't let him move in these big empty spaces till I'm really ready, because you never know what's going to happen. But apparently this one is safe. Okay. Now over in here in this room, just go ahead and run. This is a mirror, so we don't have to worry about anything there. But that is actually, looks like a door. That one's a mirror, and that one's a mirror. Alright, inside, what do we got? We've got some more fragments. We've got more ancient coins. Oh, I'm on super speed. Okay. Look at the walls, make sure. Okay. We're happy with that room. That is a mirror. That's a mirror. Now, there is a keystone, and we need it right there. To get it, we're going to actually go over here. That's also a mirror. But we are going to go over here, and we are going to move or inspect this statue. Alright, why don't we just pull it? Mirror. Apparently it's all mirrors. Okay, now when you moved it, it got rid of this, and this room is just a duplicate room. So let's go to this one right here and inspect. Alright. And then let's just go ahead and push it. And it should knock out this trap. Let's go ahead and go back here, pull that crescent stone. And we're also going to want to take that one. Obviously there is something back here. Let's go ahead and have him inspect this wall. While he's inspecting, there's nothing over here. That's of course the door we're going through. Alright, what do we got here? Doesn't look like much. Just ancient coins. Are you hungry again? It has not been that long. Okay, and don't forget there's sometimes these little bitty gems that you can easily overlook. And to get to this treasure chest, you're going to actually have to pull this guy out of the way. And then there is a room right there to look at too, so we need to make sure we don't forget that one. You can normally look at the floor and tell, but not always, because like this is just a mirror, but it has that same little pattern on the floor. Okay, I should have done that. Now here is the symbol, the relic for the symbol of the dragon. That means we're probably getting close to the end of this tomb. Maybe not. But when you find that relic, you've actually found something that's the main thing we were looking for. But of course we haven't finished our adventure, so we've got to keep on going. Alright, go ahead and open that thing up. Okay, it says apparently it looks like the door is locked, so we have to actually do something to unlock it. Let's go ahead and go through this door here. We moved that one once. Alright, that's what it took. There is actually now another place to insert the keystone. Because remember, you got two, so I was hoping that we would find it pretty quickly, and we did. So that's going to open up a new area for us to go to, and I'm assuming it's behind this. Yeah. Okay, yes, we are getting to the end. This is actually the last step of this tomb. And this is where it gets really dangerous. You can go ahead and take that out of there if you want, but I go ahead and start with the floor switch. Alright, you've actually exposed yet another floor switch, so go ahead and keep walking. These are the ones to be concerned of, and this one here in the middle, obviously when you see that, that is a pretty big sign that we've got something important to look at inside there. May not want to open it though. Oh, I don't want to push it, I just want to go stand on it. Let's go and stand on that. Okay, let's see what happens. Doesn't look like anything much. Something's happening, but I'm not quite sure what. We're just trying to seal in his spirit by unlocking all of these floor switches. So you need to keep stepping on them. That is the whole point of this tomb. Alright, let's go ahead and open this one. And of course now we've got the mummy. So there's, for some reason, oh there he is. Might not want to do that. He's probably going to attack us, and hopefully Kevin is strong enough that he can deal with him. Let's go ahead and explore this. Oh, he's going to attack us, so let's go ahead and zoom in and see what happens. Come on, Kevin. Well, he doesn't look too scared. All right.
Your glory needs so, huh? This what see, huh?
All right, he got him. Now, the nice thing, if you can actually defeat the mummy, you'll actually kill the mummy. And that's why you want to have a very high martial arts skill. Okay, the other floor switch is there, so we do need to actually explore, because we want to actually go into this dive well over here, but you can't get to it unless you move all of these pushable statues around. Don't really want to do that. Okay, again, you'll get the message. He's just defeated a mummy. Cannot help but feel really smug about it. He'll definitely remember every detail of this fight. It's reached the bottom. It's spectacular reef of sea life. Yeah, we want to swim through the tunnel. He is searching the area. It's just seen a mummy. Alright. Let's go ahead and stand on this switch. Okay. This computer's wanting to be very glitchy today. Alright, I heard it. And of course I heard the mummy come out of this door. You're going to need to actually go back because you want to get to this floor switch that's over here. Alright, let's go through the tunnel. Once we come through the tunnel, now if you can actually get the mummy to go through the fire trap, that'd be great. It would actually burn up. So if you can get him on that fire trap when when it goes up, the mummy will not make it. He's standing on it, but unfortunately nothing's going to happen right now. And see, it just went. There's no animation, nothing happens. He was right on top of it, so he's gone. Now this is actually the one that's going to probably unleash Dong Huo himself. Remember, we still have to actually get into that chest. I never opened this chest in the beginning. Alright, here comes Dong Huo himself. Let's go ahead. Oh, we don't have the keystone yet. I don't know. We could actually leave him, or we could try to fight him. I don't know if we're strong enough to take him, but we do need to look inside of his sarcophagus, because I believe that's where the key is, or the keystone is for this chest. I'm sure he's not too happy seeing us going through his tomb. Okay, all we found is a money bag. Come on. I'm really looking at his needs. Okay, looks like we don't have anything. We can go through here. Now once you do that, the door's shut. Dong Huo is sealed off inside. And then you can go over here and open up your treasure chest. Another Zodiac relic. Let's see. Nothing else up here. And then that of course opens up the other door so we can easily get out of here. And I'm wondering if we just left off, if we didn't actually get the crescent, or get the keystone that we needed. Alright, so while he looks at that one, I'm going to look over in this room real quick and make sure I didn't leave one. It's very obvious, or very possible that I did. If that's the case, we'll just have to go back and pick it up. Let me go ahead and freeze it so we're not wasting his time and energy. Alright, I don't see it in this room. It would have been before we got there. I know we took something off of that bench. Let's see, we took something off of this one. I'm surprised we didn't get to it, but apparently we must have missed something. We overlooked something somewhere. And I don't know what it was that we missed. Okay, that's just a mirror. Huh. And we do not have the keystone. I'm very surprised that we didn't get it. It's not over here. We would have gotten it before. I'm going to go up just quickly because I don't want to leave this without actually having taken a look at it. I don't know if it was underneath the boulder. It's a possibility. I don't think so, but that definitely could be the reason why we didn't have access to it. Normally I do have access to it. This little room right here, it just may be part of the design. It may not actually be a hidden door. And of course we did take all of this. We went through all of this. Okay, well, unfortunately I don't see any other way that we could have gone through this. I think, like I said, the worst case is it might be behind or underneath this rock. We can always come back. I don't think we will, but we really got the main thing we were looking for, which was, of course, the relic. So at this point, once he has actually opened this tomb up, and you can see the little decoration of design here on the floor, I'm going to look one more time along this wall. We could have, of course, looked inside each one of these, and it's possible that it would be inside, but I think we're okay. So I'm going to go ahead and have him report back in. And once he reports in, we will be ready to pick up another adventure. Looking at our days, we're doing pretty good. We still have, we're on day 5 of 11 days, so we're still doing really well. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. This, of course, is one of my favorite tombs. It's actually pretty nice. Unfortunately, we didn't get that last chest, but I don't think we really missed anything major out of that one. But in the next episode, of course, we'll see if we can possibly get that Pengu's axe. That's the only one that I'm just absolutely dying for us to get. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please go ahead and press like and subscribe if you like the channel. I will talk to you all very soon.